Okie dokie, artichokey. Let's get it, everybody. It's the big show, Taco Tuesday, here at Call to the Pen HQ. Fastest show on MLB. Absolutely anywhere. Take that one to the bank. Rub a stamp it. Tell them I sent you. Who am I? It's the girl named Sugar, the big man with the big mouth for the Big Apple. Big Johnny Stud coming to you worldwide from Brooklyn, New York, as always. Coming out the chair, as always. Hit me up on Twitter. X gonna give it to you. The app formerly known as Twitter. At John Laghezza. What a creative handle. And it just streamlined all my wonderful work. Take you to the advanced MLB data we'll be going through on the show. Rate, review, and subscribe because it matters more than it should. The crew starting to grow. Thank you all. The principal's office. The restaurant where the chefs eat. It's Jeff L., the OPMG capo of the crew. Speaking of which, D-Rock, Taco Core, William Craig. Good morning, Rich Clark. Good morning, Brian E. Good morning. Let's do the thing that we do. Brian Rose, I see you, my friend. I see you. Bienvenido, everybody. All right, let's go get it. D-Rock says, beautiful August morning. Call to the pen. Matty Douglas in the house. Yeah. He wants to go where everybody knows his name. Norm, Matt, what's up? Hey, love it here, man. I'm telling you, we're building really something special. Closing in on subs. So I don't know. Tell your friends, man. Let's get to 1,000 subs before the season's over. I think we got that one firmly in our sights. Daily K leaderboard is up. 15 games. We're going to go the extra 5 minutes today, Jay. And try and do everything. I got to be a little faster through the games that I don't like. I just love doing it, right? We love doing the thing that we do. Let's dive right up into the games. There is no time to lose. First up, Power Ranger Suarez on the bump against Sandy Alcantara in Miami and the Marlins. Plus 115 on the Philly side. Minus for Sandy. I mean, I just keep telling myself every 5 days to stop betting on Sandy Alcantara, and it hasn't worked. I mean, 4.45 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. All the indicators like at 4.25, so not really be too sold on it. But I don't know. I see the control. I love the low walk rate. I love the low ball rate. This time I'm not falling for it. Same thing for Suarez, putting too many guys on base. It doesn't get swing and misses. His control was down. Not inducing chases whatsoever. I've got some. That's okay. I got a little error on my sheet. I'll fix it up. So this time I'm going the other way, Jay. Let's go over. Let's go over on this one. But I think I'm over on the F5, right? I generally talk about going over on the full game. The bullpen's been pretty tough here. So I like the over 4.5. Again, we've just seen Sandy has just absolutely melted down. Although, hold on. Pump the brakes there, Jay. Oh, it happened. Ooh, this does not happen often. I always take my L's in public. People know this. I missed CLV today. Wow. I missed a line. So, let's go over the 4. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm actually going to repost that one at 4 also. I think we're going to 5. Wow, I actually missed on over the public. Really, really likes this one. I wonder if there's some little weather thing that I missed. As I was talking about being fast and hurrying up, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. I hate to boast and brag. It's one of the reasons I've been in this game in front of it for so long, man. We're always in front of CLV. Part of why even when I lose, you find people don't really complain. If you're in front of it, you're with the market. And if you do it long enough, you're going to come out on the right side of things. This game's played in a dome. I don't know. I'm not really getting it. The offense has not been great. Miami offense has not been great. Though Miami has been very good against lefties as of late. And we know the Philly offense is always, a pop to explode. There's a ton of talent. So, I don't know. I'm over on this one. I guess this one ends under the 4. I'm eating a pretty fat L. Like I said, I usually pride myself on that. Let's move it up. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going over 4. F5, Ranger v. Sandy. can't believe, I mean, we all talk about trailing the tape, right? Reading the tape. I don't know if this could get to 3.5. There is an over 3.5, but again, remember the single outlying books, you got to be careful. They're not always, sometimes they're like P2P and stuff like that. Anyway, next up, Detroit Rock City Nose Tigres from 8 Mile, Matt Manning on the bump, on the road against the black and yellow Buccos and Johan Oviedo. Manning, he's really kept guys off base, but I have him just screaming negative aggression. 4.3 ERA, 108 whip, 684 OPS. However, XFIP came in as walk ERA, expected ERA in Sierra, all north of 5. Right when you kind of get that consensus. Not looking good. 17.5 K is too low. 7.5 walk is not terrible, but 7.5 swing and strike too low. 18.5 whiff too low. He misses middle. I'm not sure what the hell I got here. Oh, hold on. Let me just shrink this thing. Not inducing chases and, too much zone contact. That's actually on both sides. My favorite plays in this one are actually, again, if you're following along, Hat Tip and Maddie, get me into these under strikeouts. Manning just doesn't strike out anybody, right? That's just just a great place to be. He doesn't strike out anybody. Tons of contact. And Tiger bullpen as well. If not incorrect, yeah, dead last in strikeouts. That's a Tiger, sub 19% K rate. Freaking screwed something up, man. I'll tell you, Jay, I'm losing my mind with this data some days, my friend. I don't know what happened. I'm on like 4 months in a row and I'm making a single mistake. I think I have 3 errors. Offense, they both kind of stink. Really hard to defend. I was into the Tigers for a little bit, right? They look like when Riley Green came back, it looked like they were getting ready to like sine wave up. It just really hasn't happened. OPMG, yes, that's the one. Wink, that's the one. I'm not giving up. That's called the teaser when we go over the daily K leaders. There is 100 to 1 out there. 100 to 1 that is just wholly mispriced. Gosh, I have to log in and hit this before the show ends because you people are known to move lines. Yeah, I mean, it is going on right now. I love it. I absolutely love it. The chat is on fire, whatever the daily leaderboard is going on. So I'm going to fade this one. I don't really like it, right? Nothing here but K's. Nothing there for me. Oviedo is just like just a guy. Everything's in the middle. 4.6, 135, 721 OPS. Everything is just a guy. This one's easy. I'm going back to the well. You know what? I deserve it. Next up, it's Milwaukee, the beer makers. And Freddie Peralta against our Nats and Josiah Gray. Oh, okay. I made less of a mistake than I thought. I actually skipped the Yankees-Rays. We'll get to one next. Talking to myself. I stepped in this break yesterday. It smacked me right in the nose. I went with the run line in Milwaukee to crush the Nets, and it did not happen. However, as much as I like Josiah Gray, I think we're going back to it. Though remember, anytime Peralta is on the bump, he is going to be a pop for that K leader. And I'm bringing it up right now, so I hit the FanDuel asks for like your child's DNA if you want to sign in. You give them a fingerprint, and then they want a code. Like if somebody took back on my account, man, they're probably pretty sharp. Freddie Peralta going off at 44 to 1. So I think he's the first basket play for us, Jay. Again, right, we're not locking these in. We're just going to, as we work through our analysis, we're going to look for the strongest K baskets at the best prices, right? The strongest underpinning strikeout stuff. And then Jay mentioned this also, and we want to, I think, at least, right, we generally have five plays or so. I think one of them should be, I don't even know. I need somebody to describe it. If you come up with a good, it's not really reversal, but instead of focusing on the strikeout stuff with the pitcher, is targeting the really bad hitting teams. Right? Singer had double-digit Ks. I'm not sure if he walked away with it or not, but again, that's what is going to get it done. Right? Focusing on the team, Jay said, right. So Peralta, he's starting to get it going. I'm not buying the 4.5 ERA. It's been a lot better as of late. 119 stuff plus on the fastball. 19 came on his BB. 14 swing and strike. 29 CSW. 32.5 whiff. That's how you get it done, right? That's what we're looking for. 79%, 79.5 in zone. Again, we mentioned Gray. He's got the suppressed ERA 3.27, but the whip up at 1.4. Indicators up near 5. And he's really struggled at home, right? His stuff is just not playing in Washington. ERA at 4.5, but the xFIP north of 5, 2 homers per 9, 871 OPS. Think about that. 1 homer 9. Remember xFIP represses home run rate? He's at 1.9. A homer and his xFIP higher than his ERA. So I'm going back to, well, let's get Milwaukee on the cover, Jay. Full game cover, perfect, right? So I really like that one. Like I said, I'm going back to the well. Another one also, again, I was grinding these strikeout props, so I realized I don't have to rush them out. The lines don't really move. They're not very, like, I move the line. If they move it, I move them. So there's no point in rushing. I'm gonna get on a full ticket. Brewers, I know, also rang. Gray, the strikeout stuff not great. He kind of looked like he sacrificed that for control, which is fine. K rate at 20, single digit KBB, 11 swinging strike, really not great. And he's only struck % of righties this year. So I think there's a couple long shots. Like, Weimer is batting 9th. He's a plus 190. Monasterio has been batting 7th. I think he's at like plus 130, plus 140. So again, my man Frank Amarante, part of our little thing of ours here, over at the game day, who's really taken off with these walk props. Again, Matt has had a kind of thumbprint on a lot of this. Make sure you follow Matty, Frankie, and the boys as we, fly around this spinning ball of water around the sun. We're okay in the sunrise. We're moving and learning together. And I think that's what I have found has been the common thread from people that kind of ride along with us. It's like, wow, you're not telling us what to do, and everyone's very open-minded. And that's really just exactly it. Again, betting the straight up general market, which I've taken a lot of pride in, taking the hardest test, is extremely difficult. And I found at least incorporating some props into the ticket is good. But if you're going to be playing these long odds, I've actually found I'm going half risk on my prop bets and being more robust. Again, the stuff that we talked about all year. And we've been profitable since. We're doing really well. So that's what it's all about. Surround yourself with positive people, right? So giving you Milwaukee to cover, and if you're into strikeout props, the Milwaukee righties are looking pretty good. Also, we like Peralta at that 44-1. Next up, it's Kyle the Horse Bradish on the bump against Toronto, who lost Bo Bichette. I don't know how bad it is, but I doubt you'll see him today. Kyle Bradish is 100-1. Also, to be the K leader, I mean, it just 22.5 K, 16 K minus BB, 28 CSW, 24 whiff. He has not gotten ahead of hitters. But man, that feels so long. That, Jay, I think we should put him in a basket, but I'll be willing to amputate it, to lop him off. But man, at 100-1, he's just got the skill sets. He has a 10K game this year. He's got at least 7 in 4 of 7. He's got at least 8 in 2 of those 7. So it's there. It's got to be the other side of that. Toronto, 23K, 11 walk. Yeah, they're not really winning in the zone. I mean, anybody can get got. Jay brought up the big misprice here. It's Ryu is on the bump for the Blue Jays. Again, I don't mean to trash this guy. We've seen him be very good at points. But I don't understand the pricing. And again, I always challenge myself with the pricing because that will really help you, not saying necessarily reverse engineer it mathematically, so much as maybe understand the directionality of it, of how they're putting this stuff together. And now I can't even find Hyunjin Ryu. I don't know, maybe, oh, there he is. Sorry. 55-1. So Bradish, 100-1. Ryu off the IL. And I guess a part of it is the team stuff, right? 26.5 K, 6.5 walk, 33 chase, but 87 zone contact for Baltimore. They're also pretty good against lefties. So I just wouldn't be buying that one. I actually posted this. You know what, Jay? Give me the F5 Baltimore. Right around even money. Pretty big fan there. Again, I was tweeting about how much I like the Toronto offense, and then, of course, the check goes down. We managed to hit the Whit Merrifield under 1 strikeout yesterday. I sweat my balls off on that one. Plus 125. Had to face Batista in the 9th, man. And I had 2 strikes. Oh, my gosh. I love those bets, man. Because I love the pricing. The pricing. I love anything where I only have to win 45%, if that. Somebody's bets. We have random bad calls, it happens. But he's been great as far as disciplinary stuff goes. And he's plus 195, plus 200 every single day. Let's move it up. So Baltimore F5. Bradish is in the bucket for the K's, moving up. Patrick Sandoval on the bump for the Halos, on the road, going down to the dirty to face Spencer Strider and the Bravos. I guess, right, if we're talking about how the books are piecing together these prices and stuff like that, who's on the slate? Spencer Strider on the slate. He's plus 110 to be the caveman. I mean, honestly, there's just some things that are we know, right? We talked about this already. I am open. I like to learn. I'm not dictating anything. That's wrong. Okay. If you bet plus 110 for Strider to lead the day in strikeouts, that's a bad bet. There's no way his over 10 alt K prop is not 40. At least I didn't look yet. I'm not cheating, but there's no way. Jay, just bring up the base Strider prop. What is it? So what is it, like 8.5? Is it 8.5 and juiced or 7? Is that like 9 flat? Again, I struggle with that stuff. I can't get there. LA has struck out, swing the strike rate, zone contact, all pretty bad. So there's your answer. And again, that's fine, right? We kind of know what we're up against in this game. That's why we don't overdo it. That's why we bet small, and that's why we have multiple players looking to, kind of play the field. All right, it's at 9.5. It's so ridiculous. Just don't bet that stuff. Just don't bet that. Just don't bet that. There's too many things that could go wrong. There's no way. That is like absolutely nuts. I didn't touch this one because of the pricing, but I'm sure the algo has the Braves. You know what? Actually, it's funny. I was looking at this before because I always like to price out the run lines just to see Braves can come in a little too rich for my blood. That happened to be the case here, but I do have them for a win. So Jay, let's keep the Braves in mind for pairing. PMG, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And the hard work people put in to help lift the show. It's really an immersive experience. Strider 12 more cases plus 250 with laughing emojis. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Just don't do that, right? That's not what we do. We're not doing that. Okay, let's hop back into the Action Jackson. Right, remember Braves? As a juicer deucer, there's a couple of good ones out there too. I skip past in the beginning because I don't generally pay it. But I think Ranger Suarez hasn't struck out righties, and you always have a riot. When you get things like that, you're pairing those things, you get them near even money, and they smash all the damn time. Let's go. Let me just backtrack because I skipped over the Flatfish of Florida. Zach Eflin on the bump, minus 120 favorite on the road in the boogie down Bronx against the New York Yankees and Carlos Rodon. Eflin's been excellent, no doubt about it. I liked him when he was in Philly, and then they brought him into Tampa. He was like relieving. I thought he meant close. And now he looks legit. 3.64 ERA, 102 whip. Expected ERA at 3.12. The walk rate below 4. So automatically we want to be thinking about that. Eflin walk prop. You got that? Jay, if Eflin is at 1.5, that could pair with the Braves also, if it's heavy. The control for Rodon has just been phenomenal. Yankees are taking walks, but they're striking out a lot, swinging and missing 81 zone contact near the bottom of the board. It's a lot of disastrous stuff for the Yankees going on. They really kind of stink. I did take a quick look at Carlos Rodon for the fantasy people out there were sweating. I'm not really too worried. Remember, he's still in spring. Velo was good. RPMs was good. So spin rate is good. Extension was good. The shape of the fastball is lagging a bit, but we're quite literally talking about an inch of vertical move. And he gained an inch of horizontal move. So I think that will correct. I think Rodon's going to be fine. He's actually been decent the last 2 times. Again, it's only 21 innings, so I hope it doesn't come off as homerish. Again, we bet against the Yankees all the time. They are not good. But I think Rodon might be getting undersold. You know what, Jay? Is this one at 4.5, this F5? Because I'll tell you what, I could see that one under 2. See, it's funny. Technically, my algo is like right at 4.5, but it's how you do the math. And I don't think I calculated Rodon Clark correctly. I have to raise up too high. Raise offense has been awful. 229 team BA, 105 WRC plus, which I don't think really tells the tale because 14.5 swing and strike, 35 chase, 80 zone contact, 229 team batting average, not any good. 44 ground ball, 9 double plays. They're gross against lefties. Yankees offense stinks. Jay, if it's 4.5, sorry, I took my eyes off. But let's go. Can we get under 4.5 anywhere? Not really, right? Oh, we can. Yeah. If you can get that one with juice, I would take that one. Again, I use how I am. I don't like to go under 4. So if you can get under 4.5 F5 Yankees, Rays should take it. And if not, I'll live to fight another day. Why even play for a push? Because that's always what it feels like. Hard to cap under 2-2 F5. Like legit. I do this for a living, believe it or not. All right, let's get back on track. Pick back up with Pablo Lopez and the Twinkies on the road underneath that beautiful arch in St. Louis, Missouri. And the Cardinals, man, they had to sell it off, man. Happens, right? Shocking. Again, big miss by me. I thought St. Louis would be good, although I did mention this throughout my fantasy work and a lot of the betting stuff. The reason I didn't pull the trigger on anything St. Louis, because we were afraid of the contact pitchers really getting hurt with a rise in batting average and then the steals leading to more runs. That's exactly what we got. Who would have thought it was going to be this bad? And again, not I. I'm not smart enough to keep my mouth shut, but I was smart enough to keep my money in my wallet. I guess there's something to be said. While I was rambling, I did find Pablo 9.5 to 1. No thanks. He's been excellent. Way better than the 4.13 ERA. I see a 1.14 whip, 3.27 expected ERA, 3.37 Sierra, 30K to 7 walk. That's excellent. 14.5 swinging strike. Ball percentage right below 33, which is fantastic. 71 first strike. Winning in the zone, 81% zone contact. He's been excellent suppressing hard contact, keeping the ball in the yard. 277 X Woba for Lopez up against Mike. I think he stinks. I'm sorry. I think he stinks. Keep an eye on your Twins. Also, Michael is right, not striking anybody out. Jay backed it up and found it for us. He said we can go under the Eflin walks and the Braves money line for plus 130. Yeah, let's go with a 2 or 3 on that, Jay. I'm with that. And I think there's something to be said for those kind of plays. I don't LOL them, but I do tend to look past them because I see the heavy number. I'm not thinking like I love these plays, and if I find plays that I love, why not pair them? Reduce your risk. That's always going to be the key to everything. It's not, the answer is never like betting less and not doing it. The answer is risking, not even to say less, risking less per, right? Rates. Again, we talk percentages, we talk rates, high IQ stuff on like, the Ted and Jeremy show on Twitter, freaking momos. So you got to like Lopez, but I'll be honest, I'm definitely afraid of facing the Cardinals. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, you know what, Jay? Is this one listed? I'm sorry. I would have posted this. I like Minnesota F5. Michaelis was listed, but not locked in. Maybe he's been locked in since because I'm seeing him up there. Yeah, if we got minus 125 and the Twins F5, we'll take it. I mean, I hate going up against it. You know what? Hold on. Before we do that, let me just check the bullpen really quick. Again, I didn't pursue it. Man, both of these bullpens are just so bad. They both have a 5 ERA over a minimum of 42 innings. Neither have a K rate above 21. Neither have a zone contact. But oh boy, it's bad. So let's go with the 5. And you expect that Lopez is probably going to give up 1, maybe 2, and we're going to have to get to Michaelis. But also keep an eye on the twin K props when they start to drop. Michaelis doesn't strike. He only strikes out guys that I play to not strike out against him. So unless you do that, don't worry about it, man. We got to hurry up. It's the Reds and Ben Lively, plus 140 dogs on the road against Justin Steele. He turned left, minus 170 in the Baby Bears. I really left this one alone. I guess the answer is Steele here. I get worried about these Reds when they start to show life on offense. And that's what we're seeing right there. Leading the league in pull rate, last 500 plate appearances. Top 3 line drive rate. They're hitting home runs. Top 8 scoring runs. Top 8 in doubles. I feel like the rest is coming. The K rate's starting to drop. The walk rate's starting to rise. Though it's not great, right? That's not going to be their game. They're young and aggressive. But we've seen them give people absolute fits. Absolute fits. And a lot better than the output Woba. I like to look at both. But I'm fading this one. I don't have the confidence to get with the juice. Though you got to give it up. The Cubs offense has been very, very good. They've been very, very good. We loved Abbott yesterday. I sweat the hell out of that at 5. Took us 6 runs to clear it. So the answer is probably, right when you get to it like that, the answer is probably over. But honestly, I'm just going by the algo. I'm pretty close. I'm fading. Right? And I don't think the K stuff is in this game. Next one, K leader most probably not in this one. It's Jesse Scholten's going to open up for the White Sox on the road against Andrew Haney and the Rangers. Again, this one's just a fade for me. I don't have the confidence in Fady to pay the juice for a guy like this because he's a home run machine. It's funny. You see the 0.6 homer 9 for lefties, but I'm sorry, it's 0.17 on the season, 0.7 for lefties, almost 2 to righties. White Sox heavy righty team. And we just know we could get gas. So if you were playing this one, White Sox in Texas, I'd probably just go over or not. Again, you don't have to bet what you don't like. White Sox offense, not very good. Texas offense, we know they're good, but they're going down wave. 24% K, only 14 home runs, last 500 PAs. All right, lost Jonah Heim, lost Corey Seager. Things happen. 20% of your lineup or whatever. That'll do it. So I'm not really paying the juice. I think this feels like bad chalk to me. I can't pay the tax for it. So I'd rather just bypass. Although, you know what, I meant to bring up the K. Yeah, White Sox not really striking out either. And they've even been okay against lefties. So this definitely means bad chalk. 22% K rate for the White Sox. They do chase but win in the zone. So I don't think your K leader is here. Next up, it's the Guardians. Gavin Williams on the bump, 160 dog. On the road with Framber Valdez and the Astros. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Framber Valdez, trying to keep a straight face here. Framber Valdez is 100 to 1 to be the K leader today. Absurd. That is so absurd. How could that be? Like, I don't know how that could be. Cleveland doesn't really strike out. I get it. But they do chase. The zone contact is there. I get it. But there's just to be said for the quality here. Framber Valdez, again, he has the moniker, the narrative for being a ground ball guy. But the contact rate 87 is not crazy contact. Yeah, he got a lot of ground balls. 27.5 whip, 29 CSW. This is Framber Valdez. 20% K minus BB right on the nose. 100 to 1? 100 to 1. So again, sometimes I'm just kind of playing the board. Bar Sports in the house. Welcome aboard, my man. How we doing? Hope you're having a good day, man. I'm shocked sometimes. Sometimes, right, we're betting on. As we go further, we'll kind of build like a lineup almost, right? Like you have people look at their fantasy lineups like a regular lineup. I keep one for a closer and one for a utility bat, right? So there's some functionality. You maintain your balance. Maybe that's it. It's one pitcher that's just way underpriced, right? Skills over price over matchup. Skills over price over matchup. Then the awful matchup. Then just the other three are just too strong of a tapestry, right? The underpinnings to get there. James has struggled. When you pop the hood, expected ERA, Sierra north of 5, masking the 3.35 ERA, 11% walk is not really very good. He's gotten by, inducing some chases, winning in the zone. But lots of fly balls. He suppressed hard hits and been excellent on the road. And I think I don't even put home away is not strong in my model. It's okay. It has to home and you really have to pop for it to go. Like it's on a whatever. But he's been excellent at home. He got a 400 OPS for Williams on the road. And we know Valdez is good. How's he under on this one? If it's 4.5, I can get with that. Probably not. My spidey sense is telling me I already scratched my chin. That it's an F5U4. No, it's F5U 4.5, everybody. So I think I like this one also. I want to go under Cleveland and Houston. They also busted out with the over yesterday. Algo is right at the 4.5, but again, there's something to be said about model reading, right? If a low two, like 2.25 and 2.25, makes. So that worked out pretty well. Jay got a beautiful price via BetStamp. You know what? What a better time. Jay, lock that one in. And tell a little something about the app we're using. Tell Big Johnny sent you.
Yeah, I will, John. Today we are using BetStamp. And guys, if you want to improve as a sports bettor, the best thing to do is use multiple sports books and to always get the best odds on the games you're playing. We like to use a odds comparisons tool that you see on screen here, like BetStamp. BetStamp just simply compares all the lines between player props, futures, games. Save time and money by checking BetStamp before you bet. Download the app today. If you're looking to sign up for new sports books, check out that link on screen, betstamp.app/call to the pen, or click the link in the description or click the link in the chat there. And if you go there, you'll be prompted to sign up for a bunch of sports books. If you don't have the sports books, go sign up for them through the link. It helps support our show. So back to John.
All righty. Thank you, Jay Bird, taking care of that. Little housekeeping. That's funny. I saw you. Oh, your mic. I'm like, oh man, good thing. Next up, let's go Mets. Go Jose Quintana. He's back, kind of doing what he does, right? It's all control, getting ahead. Very boring stuff against the Royals and Zach Greinke. Yeah, this is just like so boring. 0 Ks. Jay, how about this? What's the Mets team total look like? And I don't know if I want to trust Quintana necessarily. Royals offense starting to click up as well. It's funny how that's a team that's just like totally LOL, like to death, right? They get LOL to death. That's at 5 runs. I think we might want to dig on that. Hold on. Let's check out the Kansas City bullpen. It's gross if I'm not correct. Kansas City bullpen lists 42 and a third. It's 4.89 ERA, 4.65 Sierra. K rate below 20, 1.4 whip. Mets a score 5. Mets offense lists 500 plate appearances. The average is low, but the OBP, OPS not bad. 21 ball in the air, 41 fly ball, 42 hard hit, 8.5 barrel. Let's see, 117 WRC plus. You know what though? The split against righties really heavy. Give me the 5. Let's go with the 5. Hopefully we'll take advantage of the Greinke meltdown. Mets much better. Let's say call top 5. WOBA against righties last 5. Top 8 expected WOBA against righties last 5. Also the one you want to look at. Teams when they have these big splits. That's really bad against lefties. Kind of unusual. Also, again, Greinke not striking anybody out. I mentioned Royals bullpen not striking anybody out. Mets key props. In effect, Pete Alonso is plus 125 every single day. Next up, it's Ryan Weathers. What a perfect name for a San Diego Padre. Heading up to the mountains to face Peter Lambert and the Rockies. Of course, we had the 5-way edge yesterday, so we bet the run line and lost the game outright. The Padres are so disappointing that you just kind of fade this one. Right, it's over or nothing, but the total's in the double digits. So again, you need a total circus. I'd rather just pass it. No big deal. Just no point. Next up, I saw this one in the chat. Might have been OPMG. Might have been Brian Rose, one of the crew. Brian Bellissimo on the road for the Red Sox, the Red Laundry, heading to meet the Mariners and Bryce Miller. I like both of these young pitchers. 2 of my favorite young pitchers. We got the under easily Boston, Seattle. Again, the offenses are struggling. The pitchers have been pretty good. You got in the playoff environment already. So let's get a few things. Jay read my mind. Let's get that. Quick little note on reading the tape. Remember, people, when you start to see everything match 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then the prices are at 130. 5's the 4 is coming next. This one's closing at 4. So for the CLV I missed before on a Philly game, I think we're going to get it on this one. So let's go under the 4.5. And then the one that got brought up is Brian Bayo's got to go for the K stuff. K leader, Brian Bayo, 50-1. Now, he actually might check 2 boxes, which I think makes Bayo the play of the day. I guess he's our target, right? He's our team target. The K rate of 20, 14 KBB, 11 swing and strike. I mean, this stuff's a little bit better than maybe the 20K, right? I may have it, maybe it should be more like 23, 24. 25 whiff, 64 first strike. It's not terrible. Interesting. The thing with that, of course, is the other side. Seattle, sorry, it took me a second to get to that. 28.5 strikeout rate as a team. Last 500 PAs. 13 swing and strike, 33 chase, 85 zone contact. Really bad right now. Seattle's disciplinary stuff is pure trash. Again, now that I'm obsessed with under strikeout props, you get a really good feel for it. And, I'm using moving averages of 7, 14, 30 days. Generally, hitters with good discipline, that's a sticky trait, right? That's why we use it. Even though it happens in waves. There are guys in every team you're always looking for. It's slim pickings on the Mariners. It's like J.P. Crawford has good discipline. and then he bats first. And that's just everybody. I think Ty France actually ranked today to not strike out. Again, you get good odds. You probably get him plus 120, plus 130 because he hasn't struck out as of late. I like Bayo. I think the Red Sox offense is a touch better. They're stroking as well. Walk rate below 7, only 45 runs. It's bottom 3 last 500 PAs. Ground ball rate up above 5. Sub 5% barrel. So we just like the other here. And Bayo to take it down. K stuff for Miller a little bit better than Bayo. Red Sox strikeout stuff not great either. Where's Bryce Miller on the board? Bryce Miller also at 50-1. Maybe we got to look at that as well. Maybe we need to look at that as well. Get Bryce Miller in there. Far Sports has Rodon 25-1. Oviedo 40-1. Eflin 55-1. You know, I brushed past Rays Yankees, my man. Because I skipped it by accident on the way in. And I think we got to look at that. I didn't realize Eflin would be quite so heavy on the odds. Again, right? You kind of think of pricing when you're doing analysis. And make sure you check the actual menu. That's a mistake I make sometimes. Yankee striking out 26% of the time, 12.5. Swinging strike, 81 zone contact. Man, apologies to anybody following the pitching sheet today. I have something right after this, and I'm going to clean it up. I screwed it up. It's all screwed. It's like all. I don't know what happened. Everything's probably off a row. Things are not matching. I'm losing my mind. So let's wrap it up really quick. We got Zach Gallen on the bump against Alex Cobb and the Giants. Man, I love me some Zach Gallen, one of my favorite young pitchers. I got the ERA up at 4.7 last 45 days, right? I'm looking for like that 6-7 start thing. But all the indicators below 4, stuff plus, location plus, pitching plus, all check out. Expected ERA, Sierra, walk rate down to 5, 68 for a strike. I don't know. I could get that. I've always been a Cobb guy. I want to hop into the bullpens. I definitely want a piece of. I like this matchup. Their bullpen is atrocious. Pull the brakes. Let's go F5, Jay. Let's check out the Arizona F5, providing it's within 135. Let's just take that one. I think we have the edge all the way here, except for the bullpen, which is why I want to cut it down to 5 innings. Giant offense is like it's literally in the tank right now. 203 team batting average, 284 OBP, 625 team OPS. K rate up above 26 makes Gallen a pop for tonight. Also, to be top of the board. Gallen's at 13-1. Man, funny. What kind of game are you playing where 13-1 doesn't feel long enough? Fire Sports on the D-backs. Yeah, me too. I'm going to take my F5, though. And then last up, this one's not listed. Ken Waldichuk is the probable for the Oakland A's on the road against the Dodgers and newly acquired Lance Lynn. I'm not expecting them to fix anybody right now. So for me, it's like an over or nothing. If and when it gets both, nothing. If it comes up double digits, I'm going to leave it. If somehow it comes in at like 9, I'd probably go auto over. Waldichuk Lynn. Hard to expect anything really great from Lynn, especially with the move. But Dodger Magic is the thing that does happen. So I just leave that one for now. Again, you can always hit us up on Twitter anytime. You hit up the show, call to the Pen HQ. Hit me up at John Laghezza any time of day, any day of the week. You know, it's what we do. All right, so that'll wrap up the full board. A little bit of action, a little bit of plays. I mentioned some of the K props that I like. Follow me on Twitter. Look for the data tweet. The pin tweet for football will take you to the Shane Sharpen link. The baseball stuff's $20 for the rest of the year if you want to get that. This make life a little bit easier today. 99% of the time, I make life easier. All right, let's take a look at this keyboard really quick. I want to make sure, Jay, I mentioned this before, that I didn't miss any of the targets. I mean, Minnesota, man. It's almost like Minnesota, whoever Minnesota has, but it's Michaelis. That's a really tough sell for me. So I would forget that. Next, second worst is Seattle. So we're going to get a piece of Bayo for sure. After that, Angels looking really terrible. Strider is such a heavy favorite. Then Colorado, pretty trashy. I don't think we're going to get enough distance from Weathers to get that done. So you go to Pittsburgh. Detroit, Matt Manning. I mean, geez, Manning's got to be a wall. Manning's 150-1. Gosh, they really try. They really trying to suck you in with that. His strikeout stuff is not any good. I'm running. I want to look at the game log really quick. We'll get out of here in 1 second to see if he has the ceiling game before I can lock him in. Nah, he has never gone over 5s. That's a forget it. All right, so the actual team targets are not great, which again probably explains the love for Strider, but it doesn't explain who he likes. So it looks like Jay. Thank you so much, man. Wonderful job, dude. You're the best, brother. Freddie Peralta, 44-1. Brian Bayo, 50-1. Bryce Miller, 50-1. You sons, Framber Valdez now 70-1. We're moving this stuff in real time. Efforts and Bradish at 101. That's a really strong 5-pack. Lock in a buck on them all, and hopefully we rack them. Like last time, was there like a 4-way tie? We had 3 of them, and they were all 30-1 or better. We're getting pretty good at this stuff, everybody. So I love these full slates. I love the daily leaderboard. That'll do it for the show. Rate, review, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Let's get to that 1,000 subscribers. Fox Sports, just don't forget about Eflin. You know what? I'm going to 6th. I forgot about that. 55-1. I can't believe it, Jay. That's a 6. We got him. Let me put the tweet together. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you guys. Again, we're all really a team here. Without, you, there's no me. OPMG's hoping Judge is out tonight. Yeah, Judges, Elkins are looking great either way. But come on, why would you pitch the Judge? You could almost quite literally give him the Barry Bonds treatment right now. Just auto walk him at the bases loaded. Who cares? And that'll do it. So yeah, rate, review, and subscribe. 5-star, reviews are just an ever apparently. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit Rob up on Twitter. Rate, review, and subscribe, and that'll do it. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy the pay. Hopefully we come down with the K leader again. Yeah, Framber. I want Framber to go for 13 strikeouts just to clear out alone. Now I got to go hit it. I didn't get 101, and I'm going to get it at 71. All right, everybody. Take care. Remember, when you work this hard, there's a lot less like luck. We got to look out for the football stuff. Hit me up on the Twitter streets, yo. Peace.